Next up, we hit the ice in comfort in chase of midwinter walleyes. It's not just luck when it comes to catching fish in a wheelhouse, and today we're going to look at a few things you can do to up your odds and put a few more fish in the bucket. Jon Thelen's Destination Fish is brought to you by L&M Fleet Supply and Lindy Fishing Tackle. Got him. That feels like a pretty good fish.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, you could tell when he came in on this live unit, you could tell he was a little bit better fish. And he hit like a better fish, you know? Oh yeah, nice walleye. Come here, get turned. Look at that. That
Nice.
right there, that's what we're after today. You know what, we're gonna get a mixture today. We're gonna get saugers, we're gonna get walleyes, we're gonna get perch, and it's because of how we're set up. We're set up in such a way today where we're fishing some deep water. We're gonna wheelhouse it today. We're gonna do this in comfort, and we're gonna get a bunch of fish like that. But I'll tell you, we're gonna talk a little bit about wheelhouse fishing, some different ideas about how you can catch more fish when you're out doing it, and we're gonna put together a nice meal today too.
That's right what we're looking for.
Look at that. Yep. You could tell that was a decent fish.
Yeah, this one's not too bad.
Yep. Man, I'll tell you one of the cool things we're doing in the house today. So I'm running the Humminbird Mega Live. Good one? Oh yeah, look at that.
Walleye.
Look at that, good eye. We're running the Humminbird Mega Live, but what I'm doing is I've got the transducer set up in the middle hole in this house, okay? So I'm looking this way and I'm seeing my stuff, and I'm looking down that way and I'm seeing Steve's stuff. So we're able to see these fish coming from either direction and know exactly what's going on. And you know, I was able to look at that one and tell Steve, man, that's a good fish. And I watched him miss the dead stick.
Yeah.
And then that fish turned around. One of the neatest things about the Mega Live stuff that I'll tell you is you see fish changing direction and moving in different directions, so you kind of know what's coming. And on that one right there, I could tell when that fish turned around, he was going to come back and hit, and I knew he was going to hit that other setup that you got down there. There it is right there, got him. I had a couple cracks at this fish. I missed this guy and he come back and hit again. I think he might be decent. We'll see. Oh yeah, look at that, good sauger. Look at that, big chunky fat sauger. Look at that, that is cool. Hey, I want to tell you a little bit about what we're using today, because we're rigged up pretty identical, both of us, but I'll tell you what, one of the things we are doing different is we're working our baits differently, and on top of that, we're fishing different colors. First off, when I'm fishing out in the basin, and Steve and I have talked about this for years, you gotta use something that gets their attention, because here's the deal, these fish are cruising. And if you don't get their attention, they'll swim right past you. They might be 10 feet that way, 20 feet that way, they'll blow right by you. So if you're not using something that gets their attention, you won't get them to bite. So a couple things about the Rattlin' Flyer Spoon. Number one, it's got rattles, but number two, it's got a really erratic action. So Steve's working things a little bit more subtle over there, and I'm actually doing a lot more banging around. But ultimately, we're just trying to get their attention. And then on the dead sticks, this is a pretty simple deal. Fishing just a simple fill float, but I want to show you on the business end of this what we're doing, because this is brand new this year. This is the tungsten toad, but it's now available in size 8 and size 6 hooks. It'll pin that minnow in an area and make them struggle. So it's awesome underneath the dead stick. But using baits that are erratic, make some noise, have an action that grabs their attention, something out here in this basin is gonna make a big, big difference for you. Because here's the deal, there's no structure nearby. All we're fishing is that gradual drop into the bottom. Jon Thelen's Destination Fish is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Tell you what, I absolutely overestimated what it was going to take to heat this house. I put the 18,000 BTU heat hog in this morning, and I'll tell you what, this thing, for 14 foot long, 6.5 foot wide, it's amazing how little it takes to heat this house. But you know what? It's just like my Alumilite skid house. So ultimately, you look at it, it's not that much bigger. And you know what? It just holds heat so well. But I want to show you something. What I'm actually doing now is we're just running that one on pilot down there. And I've actually been using this 4,000 BTU heat hog. This thing right here, this is slick because this is the perfect one for deer stands, but it's also the perfect one for a house like this. This is an awesome size heater, and it's compact too because you just screw the canister on there. It's coming hot. There he is, right on it, got him. Boy, that guy came roaring in from the side. This is a pretty decent fish. Yeah. This guy just comes smoking in. I watched him coming. I knew he was gonna hit just because of how he was moving. You know, you can tell when they're deliberate, like this one was. Good eye. Look at this one. Good fish. Exactly what we're after. Look at that. Man, I'll tell you, when they come in though, as deliberate as this one was coming, you just know it. It's just a question of, you know, making sure he sees your bait. If that fish saw my bait, there was no way he wasn't going to hit it because he was coming on a rail. That is cool stuff. Man, I'll tell you what, I love this basin fishing, but I think it's so important to remember when you're out here and you're picking these spots that you're trying to pick spots where fish are going to move throughout the day. And that's exactly what we've done here. I mean, we've just set up where they're going to move through. Trying to stay away from the noise, I think that's a big, huge deal. And then putting baits down there that are gonna catch fish and get their attention. And then I think the biggest key to catching that fish and catching these fish out in the basin is remembering that you gotta work all day. You can't just get complacent, play cards and sit around and watch what's going on, because when these fish come through, they need a reason to get dialed in on you. Another great walleye.
One in hot. Yep.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I see him going up. It looks like a decent fish.
Yeah, it feels all right.
Yeah. Good one, ain't it? Oh, look at that. Good eye. Holy smokes. Nice fish. Man, I'll tell you, just one after another, huh?
It's been crazy.
This has just been crazy good. Stuff's tipping over all over in here. We've been sitting here eating, catching fish. It's just been crazy. I'll tell you what, that one there that Steve's got in his hand, that is going to be a great way to wrap up an awesome day. But I'll tell you what, I want to tell you before we go just a little bit more though about these Alumilite Odyssey fish houses, because man, I'll tell you what, this has been just a joy to fish out of, and I think you're going to want to take a look at one of these. The all-new Alumilite Odyssey wheelhouse is the most versatile and lightweight wheelhouse on the market today. The Odyssey is built on a full aluminum frame with a heavy-duty, industry-tested axle and crank system. Add to that the Alumilite spray-foamed interior and you have a simple, fast, warm, lightweight, and easy-to-use wheelhouse. The Odyssey comes standard with 2 thermal-pane custom windows and a reinforced Challenger door. Interior and exterior lights are included, as well as 110-volt wiring and LED road lighting. A heavy-duty propane tank heater and removable tongue are included, as well as a tread plate around the base and front of the house to protect the sheeting while banking. Options including a black coin rubber floor and a toy hauler rear door are available to bring the ATV with. The Odyssey is available in various sizes with multiple hole configurations. This is a wheelhouse that really does do it all. Great way to wrap it up, buddy. I'll tell you what, if you want to learn more about the Alumilite Odyssey Fish House, check them out at solderbloom.com, or there's a couple different dealers that we work with right here on Destination Fish. Outdoors again in Baudette, Bemidji Sports Center, they both carry them. I'll tell you what, it's an awesome fish house, and I know you'd enjoy it as much as we have today. Make sure to check back next week. We're going to have another great episode of Jon Thelen's Destination Fish. Closed captioning for Jon Thelen's Destination Fish has been brought to you by L&M Fleet Supply. Jon Thelen's Destination Fish has been brought to you by these great sponsors.